Hello students, this is the third part of our chapter fractions. Till our second part we have studied about what are fractions, types of fractions and properties of addition and subtraction of fractions. Also there we have solved exercise 2.1 which is based on addition and subtraction of fractions. In this part of fraction we will study about multiplication of fraction. So let us start. So first, multiplication of fraction by a whole number. To multiply a whole number with a proper or an improper fraction, we multiply the whole number with the numerator of the fraction, keeping the denominator same. It means that if we have to multiply a given fraction with a whole number, then we just multiply the numerator of the given fraction with whole number, keeping the denominator same. Let us understand this with an example. Our first example is 2 into 5 by 3. So here you can see that we have to multiply the given fraction 5 by 3 with a whole number 2. So how we proceed? We multiply the whole number 2 with the numerator of the fraction. From this fraction it is clear that 5 is numerator and 3 is denominator. So it can be written as 2, that is whole number, into the numerator of fraction, that is 5, keeping the denominator same, that is 3. So again it is equals to 2 into 5, 10, divided by the denominator 3. So this is our required answer. Let us see one more example. 4 into 7 by 9. So here you can see we have to multiply the whole number 4 by the fraction 7 by 9. So again we proceed in the same way, that is it can be written as whole number 4 into numerator of the fraction, that is 7, divided by denominator 9. So 4 into 7 is equal to 28, divided by denominator, that is 9. So this is our required answer. Now second property is multiplication of fraction by a fraction. So how we proceed? Whenever we have to multiply a fraction by a fraction, then there is a rule regarding that. Product of fractions can be written as product of their numerators divided by product of their denominators. For example, if we have given two fractions a divided by b and c divided by d, then here it is clear that a and c are numerators and b and d are denominators. So whenever we have to multiply these two fractions, then what we do? We just multiply their numerators, that is a and c. So you can see we have written here a into c divided by product of their denominators, that is b and d. It means the product of a by b and c by d is equal to product of numerator a into c divided by product of denominator b into d. Let us see an example. So here you can see that we have an example. We have to multiply 5 by 7 into 3 by 4. So how we proceed? We just multiply their numerator, that is 5 and 3. So 5 into 3, and in denominator we write the product of denominator, that is 7 and 4. So 7 into 4, which is equal to 5 into 3 comes out to be 15, divided by 7 into 4 is equals to 28. So this is our required answer. So I hope it is clear that whenever we have to multiply two fractions, then we just take the product of the numerators and divided by product of the denominators. Let us see one more example to clear your concept. Here we have to multiply 7 5 by 9 into 3 by 2. So you can see that 7 5 by 9 is a mixed fraction. So first we have to convert it into a proper or an improper fraction. So we can write it as 7 5 by 9 can be written as 9 into 7, 9 into 7 plus 5 divided by 9 or into 3 by 2 as it is. So it is equal to 9 into 7 63, 63 plus 5 68 divided by 9 into 3 by 2. Now how we proceed? We take the product of numerator, that is 68 into 3, 68 into 3 divided by product of corresponding denominator, that is 9 into 2, 9 into 2. Now you know 2 34 times 68 and 3 times 9, so it is equals to 34 divided by 3. Again it can be converted into mixed fraction. How? Let us see. We divide 34 by 3, so our result is 1 times 3 and we have remainder 4. So again 1 times 3 and we have remainder 1. So it can be written as quotient, that is 11 into remainder 1 divided by denominator, that is 3. So this is our required answer. Now we will study what is the use of. What does the term of means? So students, the term of means multiplication. Of means multiplication. It means that if it is given A by B of C, then it can be written as C into A by B. You can see here of is replaced by multiplicative sign. Let us see some examples. So our first example is 2 by 8 of 40. So it can be written as 2 by 8 and of is replaced by multiplicative sign and 40 as it is. Now you know 8 5 times 40, so it can be written as 2 into 5, which is again equals to 10, and this is our required answer. Second example is 7 by 8 of a kilogram. So it can also be solved in the same way, that is 7 by 8 and of is replaced by multiplicative sign, and here it is given we have 1 kilogram. Now students, you know 1 kilogram is equals to 1000 gram. 1 kilogram is equals to 1000 gram. So it can be written as 7 by 8 into 1000 gram, or we know 8 125 times 1000, so it is equals to 7 into 125 gram. 7 5 times 35, we have carry 3, 7 2 times 14 and 14 plus 3 17, so 7 here and we have carry 1, so 7 1 times 7 and 7 plus 1 8, so 875 gram. This is our answer. Now students, we will solve exercise 2.2, which is based on multiplication of fraction. So our first question is, which of the drawings A to D show first 2 multiplied by 1 by 5, second 2 multiplied by 1 by 2, third 3 multiplied by 2 by 3, and fourth 3 multiplied by 1 by 4. So here you can see these are the 4 drawings as given in option A, B, C and D. Also you can notice that in all these options each figure has some shaded region. As you can see in this figure there are 2 shaded region. In this figure one region is shaded. In this figure one region is shaded, and in this figure also one region is shaded. So we will solve each of these one by one. So let us see first part, 2 multiplied by 1 by 5. In this term 2 multiplied by 1 by 5, the term 2 represent that option which contains 2 figure, and 1 by 5 means each figure is divided into 5 equal parts in which one part is shaded. So let us search the option corresponding to 1. So in the option D, it is clear that there are 2 figures and each figure is divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equal parts, out of which one part is shaded. Here also you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out of these 5 parts one part is shaded. So this is our correct answer corresponding to 1. So our answer is D. Let us see second part. In second part we have given 2 multiplied by 1 by 2. So again in this term 2 represent that option in which 2 figures are given, and 1 by 2 means each figure is divided into 2 equal parts, out of which one part is shaded. So you can see clearly in option B there are 2 figures, and in each figure there are 2 parts, out of which one part is shaded. You can see here one part is shaded, and in this figure also there are 2 parts, out of which one part is shaded. So our correct option is B. So answer corresponding to second is B. Now let us see third, 3 into 2 by 3. So here the term 3 means that option which contains 3 figures, and 2 by 3 means each figure has 3 equal parts, out of which 2 parts are shaded. So from the option A, it is clear that there are 3 figures, 1, 2 and 3, and each figure has 3 equal parts, 1, 2, 3, out of which 2 parts, 1 and 2 are shaded. So this is our correct option corresponding to third part. So our answer will be A. Now last is 3 multiplied by 1 by 4. So again here 3 represent that option which contain 3 figures, and 1 by 4 means each figure is divided into 4 equal parts, out of which one part is shaded. So let us see. So from option C it is clear that there are 3 figures and each figure is divided into 4 equal parts, out of which one part is shaded. Here also you can see there are 4 equal parts and one part is shaded. There are 4 equal parts and one part is shaded. So this is our correct option corresponding to part D. So our answer will be C. So this is the question number 1, which is based on multiplication of fractions. Next question is multiply and reduce to lowest form and convert into a mixed fraction. So lowest form means we have to simplify the given product to that extent up to which it can be simplified, and after that we have to convert the product into mixed fraction. So let us see. First we have given 5 into 2 by 9. So here you can see that we have to multiply a whole number 5 with a fraction. So whenever we have to multiply a whole number with a fraction, what we do? We just multiply the whole number with the numerator of the given fraction, keeping the denominator same. So here you can see in fraction 2 by 9, 2 is numerator and 9 is denominator. So the product can be written as whole number 5 into numerator 2 divided by the denominator 9. So it comes out to be 5 into 2, 10 divided by 9. Now you know 10 divided by 9 cannot be simplified because they have no common factor, but they can be converted into mixed form. So you know when we divide 10 by 9, then 9 1 times 9 and we have remainder 1. So it can be written as 1 by 9. This is our required answer. Okay. Now second is 20 into 4 by 5. So again you can see that we have to multiply a whole number 20 into a fraction 4 by 5, out of which 4 is numerator and 5 is denominator. So how we proceed? We multiply the whole number into the numerator, keeping the denominator same. Now you know 5 4 times 20, so it is equals to 4 into 4, which is equals to 16. So this is our corresponding answer. Next is 15 into 3 by 5. So again the whole number 15 is multiplied by a fraction, out of which 3 is numerator and 5 is denominator. So we multiply the whole number 15 with the numerator, keeping the denominator same. Now you know 5 3 times 15, so it is equals to 3 into 3, which is equals to 9. So this is our required answer. Our next question is find first 1 by 2 of 24 and 46, and second 4 by 5 of 20 and 35. So let us solve first A option. So A, 1 by 2 of 24. So 1 by 2 of 24 can be written as 1 by 2 and of is replaced by multiplicative sign and 24 as it is. So you know 2 12 times 24, so our answer is 12. In second part we have to find 1 by 2 of 46. So second part, 1 by 2 of 46. So it can be written as 1 by 2 and of is replaced by multiplicative sign and 46 as it is. Now you know 23 times 46. So 23 is our answer. These are our answer corresponding to part A. Now let us solve the part D. So first, in first part we have to find 4 by 5 of 20. So let us write 4 by 5 of 20. 4 by 5 of 20 means 4 by 5 and of is replaced by multiplicative sign and 20 as it is. Now you know 5 4 times 20, so it can be written as 4 into 4, which is equals to 16. So this is our answer. In second part we have to find 4 by 5 of 35. So let us write 4 by 5 of 35. So it can be written as 4 by 5 of is replaced by multiplicative sign and 35 as it is. Now you know 5 7 times 35, so it is equal to 4 into 7, which is equal to 28. This is our required answer. Our next question from exercise 2.2 is Vidya and Pratap went for a picnic. Their mother gave them a water bottle that contained 5 liters of water. Vidya consumed 2 by 5 of the water. Pratap consumed the remaining water. How much water did Vidya drink and what fraction of total quantity of water did Pratap drink? So let us solve first. Here it is given that the total quantity of water is 5 liter. So we can write total quantity of water is equals to 5 liter. Okay. Now it is given that Vidya consumed 2/5 of the total quantity of water. So water consumed by Vidya is equals to 2/5 into total quantity of water. That is, it can be written as 2/5 into total quantity is 5 liter. So it is equals to 5 and 5 cancel out. So it is equals to 2 liter. It means Vidya consumed 2 liter of the total quantity, that is 5 liter. So remaining quantity of water is equal to total quantity minus quantity consumed by Vidya, that is 2 liter. So it is equals to 5 liter minus 2 liter, which is again equal to 3 liter. It means 3 liter of water is remained in that bottle, and it is given in question that Pratap consumed the remaining water. So we can say water consumed by Pratap is equal to 3 liters. Now we have to find what fraction of total quantity of water did Pratap drink. So fraction of total quantity of water, that is 5 liter, that Pratap drink is equals to water consumed by Pratap upon total quantity of water. So water consumed by Pratap is 3 liter and total quantity of water is 5 liter. So it comes out to be 3/5. So this is our answer. Vidya consumed 2 liter of water and the fraction of total quantity of water that Pratap drink is 3/5. Now students, we will solve exercise 2.3, which is based on multiplication of fraction. So second question is multiply and reduce to lowest form if possible. So you know, lowest form means that we have to simplify the product as much as it can be simplified. So let us see. First we have given 2/3 multiplied by 2/3. So here you can see 2/3 is a mixed fraction. So first we have to convert it into a proper or an improper fraction. So it can be written as 2/3 multiplied by 2/3 can be written as 3 into 2, that is 6 plus 2, 8/3. Now you know, whenever we have to multiply two fraction, then what we do, we just take the product of numerators divided by product of denominators. So here the numerators are 2 and 8, so we can write 2 into 8 divided by product of denominator, that is 3 into 3. So it comes out to be 2 into 8, that is 16, divided by 3 into 3, that is 9. Again 16 by 9 can be converted in mixed form as 9 1 times 9, and we have remainder 7. So 1 7 by 9. This is our required answer. You know, when we divide 16 by 9, then 9 1 times 9 and remainder we have 7. So we can write 1 7 by 9. Now let us see. Next, 3 by 8 multiplied by 6 by 4. So again it can be written as product of numerator, that is 3 and 6, divided by product of denominator, that is 8 and 4. Now 2 3 times 6 and 2 times 4. Okay, so it is again equal to 3 into 3, that is 9, divided by 8 into 2, that is 16. So this is our required answer. Next is 4 by 5 multiplied by 12 by 7. So it can be written as product of numerator, that is 4 and 12, divided by product of denominator, that is 5 and 7. 5 and 7. So it comes out to be 4 into 12, that is 48. 12 4 ja 48, and divided by 7 into 5, that is 35. Again it can be mixed form, converted into mixed form. So it is equals to 35, 48 when divided by 35, then we know 1 times 35, and we have remainder 8 minus 5 3, 4 minus 3 1. So 13 is the remainder. So we can write quotient, that is 1, and remainder 13 divided by denominator 35. So this is our required answer. Next question is, which is greater, first 2 by 7 of 3 by 4 or 3 by 5 of 5 by 8. So first of all we have to calculate these two. So 2 by 7 of 3 by 4 can be written as 2 by 7, and of is replaced by multiplicative sign into 3 by 4. Now you know 2 times 4, so it comes out to be 3 divided by 7 into 2, that is 14. Second is 3 by 5 of 5 by 8, so it can be written as 3 by 5, of is replaced by multiplicative sign and 5 by 8. Now 5 and 5 is cancel out, and we have 3 by 8. Now you can see 3 by 14 and 3 by 8. Here the denominators are 14 and 8, which are different, so we cannot compare them. In order to find them out of 3 by 14 and 3 by 8, which is greater, first of all we have to convert these two fraction into like fraction, and for converting them into like fraction we have to take the LCM of their denominators. So let us see the LCM of denominator 14 and 8. 14 and 8. To 2 7 times 14 and 2 4 times 8. 2 7 2 again 2 7 1 and 7 1 1. So LCM is 2 into 2 4, 4 into 2 8, and 8 into 7 is 56. So LCM is equals to 8 into 7, which is equals to 56. 2 into 2 into 2, that is 8, into 7 is 56. Is it? Now let us convert the given fraction into mixed fraction, sorry, like fraction. So 3 by 14. Now you know 14 when multiplied by 4, then it gives 56, and if we are multiplying the denominator by 4, then we also multiply the numerator by 4. So it comes out to be 3 into 4, 12, divided by 14 into 4, that is 56. Second is 3 by 8. 3 by 8. You know when 8 is multiplied by 7, then it gives 56, and if we are multiplying the denominator by 7, then we also multiply the numerator by same number 7. So we have 3 into 7, 21, divided by 8 into 7, 56. Now you can see here the fractions are 12 by 56 and 21 by 56. As 21 is greater than 12, so we can write 21 by 56 is greater than 12 by 56, and 21 by 56 is equivalent to 3 by 8. 3 by 8, and 12 by 56 is equivalent to 3 by 14. So 3 by 8 is greater than 3 by 14. Okay, so we can say that 3 by 5 of 5 by 8 is greater than 2 by 7 of 3 by 4. Next question from exercise 2.3 is Sally plants 4 saplings in a row in her garden. The distance between 2 adjacent saplings is 3 by 4 meter. Find the distance between the first and last sapling. So let us see. Let us suppose this is the lane. This is the lane along which the Sally has planted 4 saplings. And these are the sapling 1, 2, 3 and 4. These are the 4 saplings. And it is given in question that the distance between 2 adjacent sapling is 3 by 4. It means the distance between 1 and second sapling is 3 by 4 meter. Distance between the second and third sapling is 3 by 4 meter. And again the distance between third and fourth sapling is also 3 by 4 meter. So we have to find the distance between the first and last sapling. It means 1 and 4. So you can see the distance between 1 and 4 can be written as the sum of the distance between 1 and 2, 2 and 3 and 3 and 4. That is 3 by 4 meter plus 3 by 4 meter plus 3 by 4 meter. But suppose if there are not 4 saplings, there are 100 or 150 saplings, then what we do? Can we add 3 by 4 100 times or 3 by 4 150 times? No. So let us see how many separations are there. So there are 1, 2 and 3 separation, and each separation is equals to 3 by 4 meter. So we can write the distance between the first and last sapling is distance between first and last saplings is equal to number of separation, number of separations into distance between the adjacent sapling. Distance between adjacent saplings. So number of separation is 1, 2 and 3, and distance between adjacent sapling is 3 by 4 meter. It is given. So we can write 3 into 3 by 4 meter. Again we are multiplying a whole number with a fraction. So what we do? We just multiply the whole number with numerator of the fraction. So 3 into 3 divided by denominator, that is 4. So it is equals to 9 by 4 meter. Again it can be converted into mixed form. So let us see. When we divide 9 by 4, then we get 4 2 times 8 and remainder 1. So it can be written as quotient, that is 2, remainder 1 divided by denominator, that is 4. So this is our required answer. That is the separation or distance between the first and last sapling is 2 1 by 4 meter. Thank you students. In our next part we will study division of fractions and solve corresponding exercises. Thank you.